Hello guys and dolls, are you in for a treat today? My good friends over at the doghouse hooked me up with an interview that will blow your mind. Let's jump right into the interview with Dr. Kate. Don't you know I'm shooting? Bloody idiots. So let's jump right into the interview with Dr. Kate, who is the director of the UCLA Olympic Analytical Lab over there, which is the world's largest testing facility. This interview is quite long, so I will edit just the juicy bits in, and I will post a link to the full interview in the description. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start the interview with this first question. What are the most popular PEDs used by athletes today? I would say anabolic steroids and EPOs. So if a boxer was looking at PEDs to gain an edge on the competition, which would he most likely choose? Certainly EPOs and anabolic steroids, which would help make him or her stronger, faster. Specifically, what happens when a boxer takes steroids and EPOs? I mean, what benefits does the athlete obtain by taking these drugs? The EPO increases red blood cells in the body, and these carry oxygen, which is delivered to these muscles. The more oxygen you get to the muscles, the stronger you will be, and you will have more endurance. Doctor, let's say we have two boxers in the ring for a championship bout, which lasts 12 rounds. One of the participants is taking EPO, the other is not. In theory, the fighter taking the EPO would be stronger and able to easily go 12 rounds due to the benefits of EPO that you explained in the previous question. I would think so. I have never seen a study comparing two boxers in the situation that you described, but in theory, yes, I would agree. Doctor, can you look at an athlete and tell if he's using PEDs? No, the only way would be testing. Sir, how long after ingestion do the PEDs remain detectable in blood and or urine? Steroids can last a day or 40 days depending on what type. Of course, the smart ones would take a short-acting anabolic steroid like testosterone. If you take a long-acting steroid, you will eventually get caught by the testing agency. There are many kinds of doses and EPOs, and the test is not very sensitive, so I would say that we could detect modest doses for up to 3 days. I have heard very little about athletes getting caught using EPO or steroids during the random testing performed. Is this due to the limitations in testing? In the case of boxers, they aren't tested for EPO unless a WADA, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency laboratory, is doing the testing. We also know that there are certain limitations to the testing. How limited they are depends on the believer and what he thinks are the limitations. I could take testosterone and you could test me frequently and probably never catch me because I know what I'm doing. Many athletes and their advisors have studied the limitations in testing and the science that it involves. Dr. Caitlin, before this next question, it's my belief that all athletes that sanction professional boxing require the urine PED testing for steroids and EPO. Pardon me for interrupting, but I doubt that many commissions require a test for EPO. Sir, not even Las Vegas? I do not know their testing menu, but I seriously doubt it requires EPO testing because there is not a WADA laboratory located in Las Vegas. The EPO test is very complex and takes several days to obtain results. Wow, the most widely abused PED, EPO, is not even tested in urine for professional boxing. I find that amazing, to say the least. What are your thoughts about random-style Olympic testing for PEDs as opposed to agreeing to test on certain dates? I can't deal with those kinds of hypotheticals because I don't know all the facts. The standard way of testing for PEDs is to sign the consent form and keep the testing company informed where you will be every day. That's the way the WADA program works. If you are testing outside of WADA, I would have to know all the details before making any comment on the efficacy of the testing. If I was taking PEDs, I would also know and use every possible way of avoiding detection. I would say that it's fair to say that many athletes are experts about the usage and detection of the drugs they are taking. Chances are your favorite boxer, my favorite boxer, are probably on that juicy juice. So let me know your thoughts on this interview by commenting below, and don't forget to subscribe, assholes. Peace.